Hello, Year 6, welcome to Wednesday's English lesson. I apologise that you can't see me today. For some reason, my camera wasn't willing to work. I'm not sure why that is. But we'll go through the lesson, I'll talk you through it, and then hopefully next time the camera will be working too. So we're moving on from the work we did yesterday where we were planning a setting description and we're beginning to write one. Today we're writing a vivid setting description. So I want you to be able to use a range of descriptive techniques, to be able to use all the senses to really immerse your reader, and finally to vary the ways you open sentences. So again, to start yourself off, make sure you watch the video ruin, think about the setting, what's happened, who's there, where are we, what does it look like? Okay, watch those first 40 seconds. As always, if you watch the whole video, it's not a problem, but it will help make the work flow nicer if you really focus in. And the setting description I want is to focus in on that first 40 seconds. Pause it at regular points and really look at the pictures in detail. Okay, spend plenty of time doing that because that's going to make the work much easier for you. So yesterday we looked at this planning pro forma and we called it dad waivers, if you remember. So your task yesterday was to plan out a sentence to go in each box. We're going to look at a waggle text. Now it is on the sheet that I've sent home for you. And if you have a highlighter or a pencil or a pen, grab hold of it now. And I'm going to read that waggle text to you. And I want you to see how many of these sentence types you can spot in that waggle. How many of the different sentence openers can you see? Okay. So this is our waggle. As you can see, it's not huge. It equally is not necessarily finished. So you might want to write a bit more than that. I think I've given you space to write, and I'll look at that in a moment with you. So I'll read the waggle. As we go through it, make sure you've got your example in front of you and see how many of the sentence types you can find. On this uninhabitable planet sits a lost city bursting with sorrow and destruction. The air is thick with death and ruin. Buildings submit to the creeping devastation which slowly clambers over every wall, window, and door, strangling all life from this once vibrant metropolis. Everywhere, the deafening buzz of insects searching for their next scarce meal echoes through the ruins. Unchallenged, nature engulfs and overwhelms the city like an untamed beast waiting for its prey to surrender. Tall, twisting trees tighten their grasp and suffocate the derelict sentinel skyscrapers. Rusting cars line the highway, an enduring symbol of the tragedy of humankind. Fragile, wasted. An endless, eerie monotony presides, broken only by the sounds of animals running wild, and sometimes something more sinister. What a great setting description. It really helps paint that picture and immerse you in this scene. Now, the other thing that's on your sheet are these pictures. I think they've done a brilliant job of describing that scene. Tall, twisting trees tighten their grasp and suffocate the derelict sentinel skyscrapers. You can see the trees growing all over, grasping those buildings, grasping the skyscrapers. Now, on your sheet, on the other side from the waggle, is the space for you to write. And again, I put another picture there to help you. So watch the video, use your planning document, and write in this space. Now, I've given you that space. That's sort of what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting a huge amount more. If you want more and want to write more, fantastic. Equally, we shouldn't be seeing 2 or 3 lines. In order to really build that immersive scene, an immersive setting, we should see a good amount of detail. Okay? That is a really detailed paragraph about the setting. And as you can see, it's paragraphs, so the sentences aren't one line after the other, they are linked in together. You'll also see that really, I wouldn't say that this is a two-way sentence here. There are adjectives used equally, there are adjectives used as description, but it doesn't have to be a description sentence that starts your paragraph. There's a description sentence in here as well. There is a simile sentence. They use similes, metaphors, figurative language everywhere, okay? So buildings submit to the creeping devastation. Devastation can't creep, okay? So it's that element of figurative language being used in there, okay? Everywhere, so that's a where sentence, but also there is another where sentence Further on, rusting cars line the highway, so they're giving you some element of understanding about where these things are. Unchallenged, so we're starting with a verb. Okay, so utilize the sentences you wrote in the planning document to then write your own, and that is your task today. Use the ideas developed in yesterday's lesson and the sentence structures that you have planned during that lesson to develop paragraphed writing to describe the setting. All the work we've done to this point should help make this a much easier task. Everything we've done to this point should lead into writing a short paragraph. And that's the beauty of it today, is that you can now really focus in on the overall impact and the effect of your writing rather than each individual sentence and word choice, because all that work should already be done through the planning phase. Now it's just about sculpting that into something really effective. I look forward to seeing what you produce. Good luck with it. And if you have any difficulties, you want any advice, use Seesaw and Class Dojo to ask.